Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Monday, the 14th of November, 2022. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in there. In that, I do channeling for the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, what's going on with twin flames. I also give mini reads for donations in there, so come along sometime, get yourself a mini read. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking Be Healing down there. If you're interested in a private reading with me, they're available from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there too. I get them out within 48 hours of you ordering them. So if it says that it's all sold out, check back a day or so later, because I make some available each day, or I tend to do that anyway. So what's in the energies for everybody today? We have leave behind what is no longer you. So you might be letting go of things today, stopping something, quitting something, because it's no longer for you, or it's not conducive to where you're headed next. Trust. So you could be taking a leap of faith today. Wouldn't surprise me if the Fool card came out. Taking a leap of faith and trusting. Leaving behind what's no longer you. Trusting that you've got what it takes to head in that new direction. And yeah. It's all about the letting go today then. Reflecting. So be reflecting on choices that you've made in the past, especially the choices that you made when you started the thing that you're letting go of. What else? We're talking about a reflection as well, someone that is like in alignment with you. We've got the Ten of Cups, you're happily ever after. So yeah, we could be talking about someone that's in alignment with you with regards to romantic love. Ten of Cups, your wish fulfillment. You're happily ever after. The one that's going to make your heart happy. But the Two of Wands is a choice to make, of action to take today. So you're at a crossroads. Will you go left? Will you go right? Or what choice will you make? Right, that Fool energy again. The Nine of Swords. There could be a lot of apprehension about this. Yeah. Could be apprehensive about it. But there might be a need to take a leap of faith today. What else have we got in the energies? The Chariot, time to get going on something. So fast forward movement toward your success. Head toward your success today. I would say it's surprising me that the Fool card didn't come out, but there you go. Ten of Cups, tell us about this Ten of Cups energy. Perhaps it didn't come out because I'd already picked up on that energy. Tell us about this Ten of Cups. So the happily ever after, the one that is your reflection, the one that's going to make you really happy. The wish fulfillment, the happily ever after. Why have we got the Ten of Cups today? What's this all about? Ten of Cups. Could be a divine counterpart that we're talking about here. Ten of Cups. Tell us why the Ten of Cups is here. Don't want to tell us. Why the Ten of Cups? Why the Ten of Cups? We've got the Nine of Crystals because you've been single, independent. Six of Crystals. You could be reminiscing on the past. So past choices that you made before you were single and independent. So, okay, relationship choices that you've made are very different once you're single and independent. You can be single without being single and without being that Nine of Crystals energy. The Nine of Crystals energy is when you're happy, independent and single. It's when you are kind of accomplished. You're making your dreams come true, right? And it's the point that you get. It's like the Nine of Cups before you can get to the Ten of Cups. You can only truly have your happily ever after once you're happy being alone. That's that weird contradiction, right? But it's all about self-love. That's why. We've got to be whole people before we can have our happily ever after. You've got to be whole by yourself. Or you could be reminiscing today as you move forward toward this Ten of Cups. Or you could be reminiscing and feeling like I'm ready. I'm single and independent. I'm ready to add love into the mix now. It could be that. But there's a reminiscing of choices that you made when you weren't in that single independent energy. Yeah. What else? What else? What's behind that? I mean, it could be a turning point. Like you could realize that you've reached a turning point in your life, like ready for something more, ready for your happily ever after. Those of you that are in relationships, you could be getting to the point where of committing to someone or taking it to the next level as well, when you realize you're ready for that. Abundance is behind that too. So you might want to, okay, For some of you, this might be about taking your relationship to the next level because you're ready to commit financially to something. You might have committed your heart to someone already, but you might be ready to take it to the next stage, to live together or buy a place together or something like that. And there might be a new level of commitment. You might be reminiscing on the past and of decisions perhaps you made when you were single, but you weren't independent. So you might have got into relationships fast, lived with each other quickly, because you didn't have abundance. You weren't independent. You didn't have abundance. You kind of needed to be with someone and then rush things, and that wasn't the best bet. And there's a difference between needing someone and wanting someone, right? And it's never a good idea when we need someone to get into a relationship. It's better to wait until we don't need someone, we just want someone. It can be a lot cleaner then, and we make much better choices. So I'm thinking that today you could be realizing that you're making cleaner choices. Anyway, you got the Two of Wands, you got a choice to make. What action are you going to take? This is a crossroads kind of an energy. Could come as a surprise to you. Yeah, so some of you might be really surprised that you've got yourself to this point, especially for those of you that haven't been in a relationship for so long. Now, for some of you, you might have instigated a relationship recently, and it might seem to everyone else that this relationship is moving very quickly, but to you, it's not. To you, because the preparation has been done inside of yourself before you got into this relationship, you can move more quickly on it because it's not coming from that place of being independent, So some of you could have like family and friends around you saying, "Oh, don't move quickly on this. Remember what happened last time?" And you're like, you can have that clarity inside of yourself saying, "Well, yeah, those last times I needed that relationship. I wasn't in this solid place. Now I'm in this solid place. It's very different, and I can make clear decisions." So it could come as a surprise to you that you're very clear on what it is that you want to do here. Discernment and teaching there, because you've learned, right? So now you're discerning. Now you can make good decisions for yourself because you've learned with what you've been through before. So I think some of you, even if you've got like naysayers around you, I think some of you will be cool about it yourself, and it might come as a surprise to you that you are. And you're just like, no, I am ready for this commitment, and I know what I'm doing this time, and I know that I don't need it. It's a choice. It's just a clean choice that I'm making. Now, that's not to say that there's not apprehension about it, because we've got apprehension is the word that I got when I picked that Nine of Swords out. Nine of Swords can be worry, it can be fears, it can be all kinds of things. It's not the best state to be in. It's an overthinking kind of a state. But I got apprehension, which is... It's the lighter sister of it, really, isn't it? Of all that other stuff. Four of Crystals is about holding something to have and to hold. I could be talking about marriage here for some of you, but to have and to hold, holding on to something, keeping something. This might be something that you want to keep for the long term. You're apprehensive about it, but it's still something that you want to do. There might be something for you to give up in order to have that, leaving behind what's no longer you. But there's definitely that feeling of you need to take a risk on this. But it's not that much of a risk because you've got the clarity that you're doing it from a very stable and independent kind of a place now. Whereas in the past, you didn't. And you're reminiscing on that in the past. So you're seeing clearly that this could lead to a happily ever after because you're making a very clear decision on it today. There's still some apprehension there, though, because this Four of Crystals is like a holding on energy. And so there's emotional attachment now. That's not the same thing as needing something. Yeah, some of you might be trying to figure this out, like, well, I'm feeling something. Is that a need? Am I needy for this person, or am I needy to take this to the next level? You could be feeling the emotional attachment, which is healthy. It can be healthy. If we're talking about, parents and children, emotional attachment is healthy. If we talk, young children, I'm talking about if we've got toxic parents, emotional attachment isn't healthy. And if we've got like a safe, loving romantic relationship, emotional attachment is healthy. But if we've got an abusive partner, emotional attachment is unhealthy, So you've got to take it as it presents itself and make your own decisions. It's not black and white, and it never will be. So what's behind this? So some of you could be apprehensive because you could be like thinking, is this like a rerun of the past? Because I'm feeling something. Is it good emotional attachment? Is it negative emotional attachment? Well, I guess we'll find out in the future. We can only know what we know, right? But something needs to end before something can begin. Interesting. Yeah, because the main energy is leaving behind what is no longer you today. So it's time to get moving. It's time to make this choice. You might surprise yourself that you're making a choice, big choice in your life today, like life-changing decision, and moving forward on it fast. And you're ready for it. 9 of Cups. It's your wish fulfillment. It's time to get going on it. Wheel of Fortune. This is fated anyway. So yeah, I think there's a lot of like, yes, it is. It's time to get going on this now. It is. It might have taken you a long time to make this decision as well. And looking back in the past, reminiscing on the past, you might think, well, it seems like my whole life has been leading up to this decision. In fact, with everything that I've been learning, the experiences that I've had and the things that I've learned from it. Seems like a big decision day today. You're headed toward unlimited possibilities, and that's what you're seeing, which is why you're all in, is what I'm feeling. Yes, some apprehension, some like, oh God, am I doing the right thing this time? Energy, but I think it's pretty much positive. What about our love lives today? We're talking about love today. For some of you, it could be investing in someone. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. That happily ever after. The 10 of Cups is about all of it, you know, everything that your heart desires coming to you. So it's having it all kind of an energy. Have you read my book, Having It All? Available on Amazon, Kindle, and paperback, most countries. Full moon in Libra says find a balance. You could be finding a balance in yourself today with regard to relationships, or finding a balance within relationships today. What else? What else in the romantic sphere? Could have regrets from the past. Yeah, we've got reminiscing energy of choices that you've made in the past, and I think you could be very clear about how you made those choices that led to challenges or led to what you didn't want. You could have a guarded heart now, which is a good thing to have, especially when we've learned about like abuse cycles and things like that. Could be good to be guarded. Rather than guarded, I might say have boundaries, you know, that protect you, so you can't just end up getting into anything. Doesn't feel like the majority of you with these energies will just be getting into anything. Feels like you know what it is that you're getting into this time. Especially if you've been watching me for a while, you will. And differences. You might have differences with someone that you've got your eye on at the moment, but look at those 2 matches. Not so different after all. One's a little bit more bent over than the other. That's it. They're pretty much exactly the same. So, yeah, I mean, there's more similarities between us than there are differences, I tend to find. But you can look for either, you know. You can look for either. You can look for the differences and see how different we are and then point out those differences. Or you can look for the similarities between you and your person. Someone could be defensive today in your love life. It could be you, it could be them. About some deception. So someone might not have been telling the truth. It feels like a little white lie to me, but it could get you defensive. It doesn't feel like it's big. It feels like the kind of situation where you ask someone if they've done something, they say yes, but they haven't really done it. They just kind of want to get you off the back. It's something like that, and it might make you very defensive when you realise they lied to you. They hadn't already done it. It seems kind of petty. I wouldn't make a big deal out of it today. Yeah, I don't know. Up to you, though. Make a big deal out of it if you want to. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. You're getting there. We've got the wind chimes, peace and harmony. We also have a fire, strong passion. Sorry, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Ooh. I'm not picking up hate today. We've got a fly, a period of ill health and depression. Wasn't getting that either. And teardrops, great personal sorrow. Oh wow, some of you are suffering a loss. Then they're leaving behind what is no longer you. Some of you could be like ending a relationship today to head toward your happily ever after. So these are the energies that are about, right? I'm kind of focused on you've sorted this stuff out end of it. Some of you might be at the other end of it, just starting to sort these things out in your life and make changes. So take it as it resonates, of course. Think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for your answer, but this is just a bit of fun because this isn't a personal reading, of course. It's a general reading. If you want me to pull one of these crystals out for a yes or no answer question that you've got, come along to a Psychic Cafe show sometimes. I do mini reads there for donations. I'll also pull cards out as to why it's a yes or why it's a no, and not leave you hanging. You don't even need to ask a yes or no answer question in there. I can use them in private readings as well. You can book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and up there as well. I'll just channel like I usually do. I don't need any information off you, but if you want to ask specific questions in there, you can. So just click on the Contact Us page after you've booked in for your guidance reading or your love reading, and you can put your questions in there. How best to deal with these energies today? I've got the Six of Pentacles. It's about reciprocation. Okay, so get really clear today on reciprocal energy, on this mirror reflection kind of an energy that came out at the start here, the reflection. And make sure that someone is a mirror reflection to you. As I said, differences could be coming up today, but they're not that different, these matches, right? And so you could be blowing differences all out of proportion. Instead, look to similarities. I'm not saying like wash over red flags and don't see them, but I'm saying don't look for differences as much as you look for similarities today. Six of Pentacles is all about reciprocal kind of an energy, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, so think of a yes or no answer question. Now, pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. Your answer is yes, go for it. It's Aquamarine. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell as well to hear more from me. I do one of these energy updates every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, and I make 3 love pick a card reads a week. You can find one of those right there, right now. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like me to do the pick a card reads on next. And have the best day ever. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.